Welcome back to Daily Dose. My name is Robert, here with my pal Susan, and we are talking all things storytelling 101 with ChatGPT Assist, how you can use it, and ways that can make your life more dynamic and interesting and understandable, enjoyable. It's all part of this using this tool, the tool of ChatGPT, the tool of storytelling. We have to understand a little bit about the mechanisms that go into it. And so that's what we're going to jump into right now is story fundamentals here on this slide right here. And you know this one right off the bat. Who who is this story really about? What has been your journey to understanding? We'll go specifically with Ellie, with understanding who she is and truthfully too, how she's not you.
It's been the story that I started writing had a character named Ellie. It was that disconnected for a long time.
Yeah.
And then one day I wrote a line, as I said earlier, it just came out of my fingers about some Parkinson symptom. And all of a sudden, Ellie, this character who was a game show host, had Parkinson's. And I didn't know I was going to write that.
Right.
And I thought, this is really important, the fact that it wrote itself. And I don't understand why or where that's going to go, but I need to pay attention to that. And
So
then
here,
after the fact, kind of remembered how what our group was about, and we publishing our stories in the Parkinson's community. So that continued that motivation, but it got stronger and stronger and stronger. And then when I submitted some stuff to you, you you helped me see that there wasn't much going on, and
mm,
and Ellie wasn't. We didn't really know her as a person.
yeah.
We just knew stuff about her.
Well, she was floating around on other people's business. You had more active sub characters. We'll talk more about that in a minute because
Yeah.
every character needs a drive. Every character needs a goal, a structure, a way of being. So individually, they need that, and they need. We talk about they need an identity. We talked about their name, an occupation or hobby of something that is kind of takes most of their time. Often relationships with others, relationship with themselves based on a history, all those things. There it is: name, work, habits, hobbies, dreams, fears, relationships. All that goes into who. So it's a lot, and if you don't have that, like you say, you end up with a thin sketch.
Yeah.
So, and people have, how do you relate to a thin sketch? Not very well. So after we've established our who, we get the where. And I really, this has been one of my more fun things to dive with you guys is into the how the environment affects the who. It's not just any place. It's not any town USA, right? Specific details in the environment and specific locations within that place bring the reader into the story. You have this massive made up place called Harmony. You've had a big job figuring out what it is and how it is and what are the rules
But I didn't. I didn't do it. I didn't do it with Ellie. I didn't do it with Harmony.
at
I,
first.
at first, yeah, like in a year and a half or 2 years ago, whenever it was, I started. So much has changed since then. When I realized I would talk about my little purple dragon and my talking dog, I didn't talk about Ellie. So it took a while for me to engage
Yeah.
in the story. And I think the way I did was through the improv games,
Mm,
because you do set us up with, you always leave out either the who or the where or the what. And that experience of creating a story around those three parameters helped me see what was missing in uh, my real writing.
yep. And that's exactly it. That's the job of the rewrite of seeing
Yeah.
what's missing. Because we have to assume and go forward like a very brave and conscious explorer to not be too precious about what we've written. No, no, no. There's going to be holes. There's going to be things that don't connect. And our job is to hopefully with great joy is to discover them and go, oh boy, it just got better. Not, oh crap, I found something I screwed up. No, those holes are meant to say, yay, opportunity.
Well, and the way it worked for me is that you introduced me to I think it's a Buddhist concept of kill your darlings.
Yeah.
And I would always be on the lookout. Is this a darling? And I would defend something for much longer than I should have because it really didn't have a place there. It might have been fine somewhere else, but
Yeah, the attribution is as far as I can remember, not a Buddhist one, differently phrased there, but more. I mean, I think I first heard about it through Hemingway. He was known for saying it. I don't know that he's the sole creator of
oh,
it, but
yeah.
it's a literary.
Yeah, and I'm just realizing there's a parable about when you see the Buddha on the road, kill the Buddha.
There you go. That's the one.
That's
That
the one. Then that would be someone who is self-identifying.
there you
Because
go.
someone who really is the Buddha is not going to think that way about himself.
That's
So
exactly
I
right.
got those two conflated.
I'm Buddha. You're dead. Yeah, exactly. So we've got who and we've got where. Now we get to the what, which are the stakes. What does this character stand to gain or lose by recognizing and pursuing what is wanted or needed? If we don't have constant growing stakes, we risk losing the audience interest, the engagement. It's the so what factor because we all have enough daily things that take our attention. If we're going to invest our time into something, it better steadily progress toward something that keeps getting bigger, tougher, more challenging. Oh my gosh, right?
My story has a 10-year-old boy who disappeared into an earthquake,
Right,
and a whole year went by. So the
right.
stakes just got higher and higher and harder and harder. Or it would be horrible if, his dad and everybody in the town just said, oh, well. I
Oh,
mean, like around here, all those people who drowned in those floods, they're still looking for people. They're still trying to identify.
it's beyond. And you're right.
Yeah, those are real stakes to be able to name that person.
If we as writers don't give stakes and pay attention to the things that we put out there, the reader goes, are you kidding me? You don't care about that? I cared about that a ton. Screw you. Right.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful
Yeah.
about how we treat our characters. There's a whole there's a whole subset thing, and this is a fellow dog lover. When a dog is harmed in any way on especially in movies, there's like a
Yeah.
lot of people who
Yeah.
lose their minds. Tell me the dog's okay. Tell me the dog's okay,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, people will give more love to animals, especially
Yeah.
dogs, than they will to humans sometimes. They can
And the caveat at the end, no animals were harmed in this
yeah,
movie was
right, exactly.
not kidding.
Even from a story standpoint, I remember watching one movie where this main character killed a dolphin, and I was like, I'm out. I don't, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
care
I
about
would.
this
Yeah.
character. You can't redeem yourself. You killed a dolphin. Screw you.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we've got to watch out for all that.
Yeah.
Active characters do things and interact with others. Inactive characters think, ponder, wonder, blah. So the importance of being an active character, as opposed to a floating character responding to other people's stuff. What is it?
it, it, it you you care
Yeah.
if they're engaged,
Yep.
if they're floating along. You don't, there's no hook. There's nothing for you to.
Right. Yeah. Why, once again, why am I investing my time? There are so many options for entertainment and storytelling out there. You better care. You better have people doing stuff. And by the way, amazing stuff in order for us to care. And Robert McKee, one of the author of the epic tome called Story, has this great
Oh,
quote: "A character is defined by what they do under pressure, not what they say or think." I think that summarizes it pretty well.
it's true in life too.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So something big happens. What do you do with it? It's not about what you think or say about it. What do you do with it?
Show don't tell.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
character. That's the you.
Or as my
All
dad
right,
used to say, actions speak louder than words.
there it is. Said another way.
Mm.
That's a wrap on this for right now. Ladies and
Whoa.
gentlemen, boys and girls, my friend Susan Scarlett is awesome, and I have enjoyed this so much. We may pick up
Wow.
the last couple slides later, but boy, what a series we have put together here. I hope you all enjoy these. I hope you will leave us comments. Come to the workshops. Tell us you want them again for
Yeah.
your business, for your local social group, for your friends, family, for yourself. This workshop using ChatGPT is so important because it's relevant, it's real, and again, either you figure it out and figure out what you can do with it, or frankly, I think all of us face the possibility of being disrupted and maybe made less than by it. And I don't want that to happen to any of us. It's going to be part of society. It already is. So we need to learn how to use it.
It's going to be, what was that? What did you say?
Going to be part of society, like a
Oh,
main.
part of society. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. We
already
don't want
there.
to miss the bus.
Yeah, let's not miss the bus on this. That's my call. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next dose.
Wow.